Crossbred right here, teacher, preacher, DJ Epps.
We call this hustle.
That's a good look right there.
It's the return of the king shit. And it ain't random. Kill everything the beam hit. The demons tried to alter what was regulation. A penny for your thought, payola got them constipated. I'm moving stealth into a godly self. I'm watching friends turn to foes without my help. See my ambition, feed the vision of the demolition. A flawed man with no pride begets wisdom. Humble yourself in the presence of greatness that can't hate it. When I walk with the wholeness in other words, yo, it ain't no half stepping. The pattern stays staggered just to drop home the lost message. No misconceptions, it's the gap of a savage. No goofy metaphors or punchlines when I'm rapping. All head, I guess I'm saying there's no capping. Give them dap, keep stacking, and what's happening?
Foundation need structure. I'm a Schwarzenegger, I got muscle. All I do is rhyme like I'm Buster. Feeling like Nipsey, I got hustle.
K9 unit, and now they got them dogs snooping. Ain't nothing but a G thing to keep the block moving. Vacuum sealed coffee bean, I miss the ice cream. I make them say, like I was Master B. It had to be Shakespeare with the tragedy. The only one to keep it real, now they mad at me. I guess the lie feel better in their mind. Ignorance is bliss, jury for the rich. Yeah, I swear they miss me with the bullshit. It's utterly ridiculous when the tool click. Where's the beef? Let it burn in the kitchen. We about to switch the math up and do some long division.
Every foundation needs structure. I'm a Schwarzenegger, I got muscle. All I do is rhyme like I'm Buster. Feeling like Nipsey, I got hustle. Hustle.
It's called hustle. Yeah.
Feeling like Nipsey, I got hustle.
His name is Teacher Preacher, brand new joint. DJ Epps live and direct for you and yours, breaking records, breaking bells right here on Sirius XM, channel 43.
Big move right there, big move.
Wait, DJ Epps. Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, man, I'm having a great time, man. Big shout to everybody that was at the ladies and gentlemen dinner today with me. It was a great situation. I had a great time. Everybody that was coupled up, that became a couple that is going dating. I had a great time today, man. Tonight.
That's a good look right there, ain't it?
Hey, you made it, bro. You made it.
Yeah. Hey, but that right there, that opened up to a lot more people now. So and that's supposed to he's supposed to keep rocking with it for a while. He said definitely for 4 weeks, maybe 6. So.
And you put a good song out too. That was a banger.
Damn, I didn't have my green.
Oh, appreciate it.
Oh man, I can edit that, bro. Now that it's green, I can at least edit it. You know, I can edit it back.
Yeah.
But man, Teacher Preacher in the house, Deuce. Man, we're blessed to have this one, bro.
Yes, we are, sir. Yes, we are.
I mean, I'm speechless, to be honest with you, but I got a lot of questions, man.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm new to it, bro. I'm new to it. Like I said, before the show, man, we're just two dudes hanging out talking about hip hop, bro. We're just fans.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're just fans, man. We like supporting hip hop artists, our favorite artists. Deuce likes getting blocked by artists over on Twitter. You know.
So Deuce is the troublemaker, huh?
No, I retweeted a lyric, a bar, and I got blocked. I'm like, what? Why would you?
What?
Yeah, I retweeted one of the bars from one of my favorite. He's still one of my favorite artists. He probably wasn't feeling it that day, or his people
too sensitive.
Oh yes,
people getting their Twitter feelings.
Yep. People always expect people to be on edge on Twitter. I do. That's why I don't mess with them. Because people always attacking, sneak dissing and stuff. But anyways, man, I'm new to your music, man. I'm thoroughly impressed. Of course, I have to go back to the beginning albums, and I went back to the beginning albums.
Okay.
And then I listened to your Boondock Kings, the Boondock Brands, and the JoJo Boys. And I listen to the whole catalog now, man. But the biggest question I have is, where did Teacher Preacher come from?
The name?
The name, yeah.
Okay, so the name or me as a person where I come from?
Let's do both.
Let's do both.
Okay, so we'll start with me as a person. I'm from a small town in Georgia, like small country nowhere town called Loganville, Georgia. Okay. Literally, when I was born there, it wasn't on the map. Like literally, it didn't even make the map. You know what I mean? And then I moved when I was younger, like elementary school, to a place called Norcross, Georgia, which is in Gwinnett County, one of the 7 counties of Atlanta on the north side. So, and that was more the city feel, you know what I mean, inside of there. So, and we ended up in a pretty rough part of Gwinnett County. So that's kind of the mix of what created me is I got that hometown backwoods thing, all my family, real country dirt road living, and then I mean straight hood, like, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit of everything in there, and it's just created, this conglomerate monster of, Southern drawl, twang, back road, hood shit. So, and then the name teacher preacher comes. All right. So one thing I try to always do within my circle of people and people I run into is I try to convince people to better themselves no matter what they're doing. I'm always trying to drop some jewels or some knowledge to help somebody out. But everything I do has a Christian background. So I try to sneak that. If you talk to me long enough, I'm going to bring God into the conversation. You know what I mean? And so after a while, there's some people that I was always like, hey, man, why don't you try this? Why don't you do this? They start calling me teacher or teach. And then other people is like, man, you always talking about church. You trying to do this? So people call me preach. So I was like, okay, teacher, preacher. And that's how I was born right there. Yeah, I think I lost y'all sound. Oh, there you go. There you go.
We mute ourselves. I had to turn the fan off. I forgot. And
okay.
We mute ourselves so that way that mic interrupt.
Yeah.
But no, that's funny though, because I'm a teacher, and I always told everybody that. And I introduced myself every class every year. Like if I wasn't teaching, I'd be preaching. And that's just
okay.
Like, so like it was just it's dope that your name was teacher preacher because that's what I am. That's who I am.
That's
Yeah, and you know how it is with hip hop, man. When you first get in it, or actually in the streets, you have a nickname, like all these things. But I got to a point finally, it's like, nah, this need to say something. You know what I mean? It need to be about something. So I still got the little street nickname that some folks from way back in the days might run up to me and be like, hey, da-da-da-da. But I feel like there's been a lot of growth since then. So I got to, the name got to grow with it.
Yes.
Deuce, what was you as a child? What was your nickname?
They used to, I didn't really have a nickname because my name is so unusual. It's so rare. So my homies used to say, like, they used to call me Narf. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a play on my name. But I didn't really have like a nickname. People just call me Teasy or whatever, just based on my name. I wasn't lucky enough like you.
So I'm 44. I don't know how old Deuce is, like a year older than me, I think, 45.
Yeah.
And so like my football coaches in junior high gave me the nickname Buster. But like that didn't fit with like the culture at the time. Like everybody was talking about Buster was a bad thing. Like you a Buster.
Yeah.
So I didn't really fit with that. And then Skelly came around in high school because one homie had an affection for Tupac in the old school song. And then he said it to me one day about let's go shoot Skelly in the park. And so he said, Skelly, let's go shoot Skelly in the park. So I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
And then there was another connotation with some girls. I ain't getting into that one, but Skelly just kept coming about. So it is what it is.
So you just held on to it. I feel you.
I held on to it. I added the sharps later for the little Wu-Tang twist. You had to put that sharps on it. And then it went into the gaming. So on, kept carrying it. It is, you got to have some kind of brand. And it was unique. Nobody else used it. So I used it.
Right.
Now there's Skellies everywhere.
Oh, really?
So,
ain't no teacher preachers I run into.
No. You're not gonna run into big teachers, preachers. You're not gonna run into very many Deuce Clees, and you're not gonna run into any Skelly Sharps. and that's a big
Right.
thing in branding and creating a name.
Yes,
it's something unique,
Oh, yeah.
but easy to remember and type. Everybody knows how to
Oh,
spell
yeah,
teacher,
yeah.
and everybody knows how to spell preacher. They mess up on my
Well,
name.
it's funny because there was this industry dude, pretty famous dude that I ran into, and we talked for a little bit, but we lost contact. But then it was like 3-4 years later, I came across his number in an old phone. I was like, I need to see it. I hit him up. I was like, hey, this teacher preacher, man, you remember me? He said, yeah, I only know one teacher preacher, man. I know who it is. But it was like, okay, I'm on to something.
Yeah, bro. That matters for sure. You got a new video coming out? You said you were in the process of you were going to start dropping some videos soon.
Yeah. So the first video it's actually a little backwards, but the first video is going to be the second single we're pushing, which is that Throwed song with Cujo Goody. That's going to be the first video we drop in there. Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a good one. Cujo's got a lot of work going right now. That dude's out there putting in a lot of work. He's got some stuff with James Worthy. Gibbs got some stuff with James Worthy. That James Worthy's freaking hot, dude.
Oh yeah. That's a hot one right there. And Cujo, he playing the game right now. He dropping some heat too. I mean, I kind of dig Cujo style all the way around, so I rock with him big time.
Yeah, but they're out there touring, I think, too. They're all over the place. I'm hoping we get enough tickets sold here in North Little Rock. I'm gonna go watch that Legends of Hip Hop in North Little Rock at Simmons Bank. Hopefully, they get enough tickets sold so they don't have to cancel it. But never know.
Oh yeah.
Money's running tight, so hopefully I get to see them soon. But so man, I like, who's your inspirations, man? Like when you came to style, like when you developing your style, like. What did Teacher Preacher listen to growing up in north of Atlanta? Because how far is Loganville from Atlanta?
Well, Loganville is probably 50 minutes to an hour. But what I spent most of my time in Gwinnett and Norcross, it's 35-40 minutes north. It's considered one of the metro counties. So we was right there. But my inspiration growing up was. It was very heavy Southern bass, you know what I mean? So there's the 8-Ball MJG, all the Suave House stuff, Scarface, Rap-A-Lot stuff, and definitely, Dungeon Family, heavy Dungeon Family. And then, of course, all the local Atlanta artists, which I don't know if you guys know them or not, but all like the Camp, Kilo Ali, Raheem the Dream, all the ATL heavy stuff. Of course, Pastor Troy in there. Yeah, definitely. Which Kilo is Dungeon Family for the most part, Organized Noise, all that. But Pastor Troy, stuff like that. Which me and Pastor got something coming too.
Yeah, so with those country rap tunes, I definitely felt that in the Boondock Kings, in the Boondock.
Oh yeah.
With the 12-inch lift and y'all had a bunch of videos go out over there, man. It did really well too. It done really well.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good stuff in the Boondock Camp, which we got a whole kind of group thing called Boondock Branded, which includes myself, Re-Up Pacific, Biscuit, that McAllen family, Boondock Kings. That's kind of like our whole crew. Danny O, Country Strong. That's kind of our little in-home baby and kind of what we push things on right there. So, and I don't know if you caught up with the stuff. I did 2 EPs with that McAllen family called Unfinished Business. Did you peep any of those?
I don't think I've heard of those.
Okay, so one was released this year and one was late last year. And it's me and that McAllen family. And they're both, it's Unfinished Business Volume 1 and Unfinished Business Volume 2. And when I tell you there's some heat on those two, there's some straight heat. Yeah.
Okay.
So definitely, if you ain't heard, definitely check those out.
I think I've came across a couple of those and listening in
maybe the videos, because we did a couple of videos for those too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we play something? Can we play him, Skelly, so we can?
Yeah, that's up to him. You want to play something? Like if you, what would be the song you're pushing right now? Throw?
Would you mind, Teacher Preacher?
No, you play whatever you want. You want to play something off my joint?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that Throwed is gonna be the one that's gonna be the next big push right there. That's the one with Cujo Goody on it.
All right, let me remove this one. Let me add
I don't even think
one.
the intro either, huh? Welcome to the hip hop show with no name.
The intro was DJ Epps.
we got Teacher Preacher in the building. If y'all ain't never,
yes, sir.
Over here.
Yeah.
What are you
Shout
talking about?
We got it in the chat.
We had the best.
We did that Sirius XM exclusive intro right there.
Yeah, this video is definitely getting canceled on YouTube.
Yeah.
So this is the Teacher Preacher Throwed with Cujo Goody. But I'm gonna mute ours. But right here, yeah, this is a sick one right here.
I'll be the one to be running on. I'm slightly throwed off. 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 Yeah, I be the one to be running on. Y'all don't understand. Split 400 band with 3 goons in the caravan. We 285. 285. We 285. It's north side of Atlanta. I'm straight cool country, this GA. Straight backwood with that long flex. And my little cousin straight burned out and he'll go dumb with just one text. I'm throwed off. I'm throwed off. I'm throwed off. Yeah, I'm throwed off. I'm trying to live my life different. I'm trying to make new decisions. But haters throwing so much shade, it's starting to impact my vision. I'm half on, I'm half off, but my palm keep on itching. Like them old folks say money coming, so I guess I keep on getting it. Yeah, we gonna keep getting it.
Let's do that.
Grind till the sun come up. You the only one.
Yeah.
I tell y'all what though.
What you got, Solid?
Me and my clique gonna get it. Yeah.
Let's go.
I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. Yeah, we throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. You slightly throwed off. Yeah,
I'm throwed off like I'm supposed to be. Don't waste your time and no saving me. Slave to the rhythm, married to these streets. You don't trap, bitch, you don't need. They asking me how do I sleep in the midst of all the drama. With a smile on my face, butt naked next to my woman. I don't believe in karma, but you will reap what you sow. All them folks that talking down on me, I hope they somewhere broke. Foot still on they throat. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm the last of a dying breed, cause the rest of the boys bought off. I'm first generation, Dungeon family. She marked for life. Cujo Gun Club, good eat.
I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. Yeah, we throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. I'm slightly throwed off. You slightly throwed off. Yeah, I move different. Cause it's new business. Got the mob with me, but I stand alone cause I ain't no sissy. Shouts out to all the haters on me. Y'all motivate me, give me new vision. I guess y'all can celebrate with me cause it's kind of like your accomplishment. I know that, man, when they see me riding that candy thing with them gold rims, but I ain't tripping on y'all. Cool Joe, watch me ball. Slightly throwed off. I'm slightly
That stuff right there was sick, dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Dude, that video is going. That's gotta be a high energy, going freaking crazy,
Yeah.
Like
and Cujo definitely did his thing on there too. Definitely did his thing.
Oh yeah. DF first generation. Man, to think about all the music. think about all the music that came out of that freaking dungeon, man. And I mean, I love that Questlove podcast where they interviewed Dungeon Family, man. That stuff was sick. And just to think about how they did that back in the day. So where do you record at? You record at the house?
No, I do. I got a studio. I'm in my studio now, and sometimes I do like some just rough draft stuff here just to learn the verses real good or something. But we got a studio 2096 that we record. It's in Chamblee, Georgia, so that's kind of closer into the city. But that's where me and pretty much all of our camp records. So it's 2096 studio.
I'll be dang. So is there certain people that when you go into the studio, there's always going to be there? Like you got a certain engineer and producer that's always there you work with?
Oh, yeah. Our engineer, KO, he's the guy. He's the guy. It's KO all day long. So, sometimes some of the other crew will be in there or, whoever, but we keep it pretty closed circuit. It's not a revolving door. It's not one of those big, like everybody hang out studio. It's like, no, you're here to do your job. You know what I mean? Come in here to work.
Yeah.
It's
like you said, you're coming in prepared. Like you want to get in there and just get it done.
Exactly. A lot of times you got other stuff to be doing too. Not only, you paying for the time or whatever, but you also, you got other plans later today. You need to get the work done. It's work. You know what I mean? We're not just hanging out. We're too old to just be hanging in the studio.
That's right. That's right. Families, kids, relatives.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And all that stuff comes first. And all
that stuff. And that part.
And that stuff comes first. And that's what is unique about what me and Deuce do is we just get together once a week. Everybody, I do it after my family's in bed. And I sit here and listen to some hip hop music. Every once in a while, we get to chop it up with the artists. We've been blessed to have several great artists that we get to learn from and experience the growth process and the come up.
Right.
So Deuce,
and introduce the new music.
Like Teacher Preacher, he's toured. Like who all of you toured with? Like who all of you opened up for at concerts and
stuff? Let's see. I've been doing it for a long time, so a lot of people around Atlanta, Yin Yang, Petey Pablo, Bubba Sparks.
Okay.
Dude, I don't know. I'd have to sit back and really look through, but we've done shows, a bunch of them.
Hey, you just named three very, very popular acts there, sir. He said,
Oh yeah. If you gave me some time to start really racking my brain, man, I mean, we've done a good bit of stuff.
Yeah, so there's a clip on, I don't know who the guy is on your last album where he's talking about the moment he remembers by you is you were at a Petey Pablo concert, you'd opened up for him, and then Petey Pablo was performing. What's the story about that?
That's Country telling a story. My boy Country Strong. So he was saying it was dude threw his shirt and this guy just kind of rudely stole the shirt from the girl. You know what I mean? And it was just kind of like, a grown man threw a sweaty shirt to a girl. And then this guy ran up and snatched it from her, and I kind of took it upon myself to give it back to her. Just being a good Samaritan.
That's right.
How the dude act when he did it though? Like he was kind of shocked.
Was he like shocked? Frozen?
No, I think I made it real clear that this was gonna happen and that everything was gonna be cool afterwards. So I think he just kind of walked away. He was good. We was all friends at the end.
So it was a part where he's like doing to take his shirt off and hit around like a helicopter or whatever. Or no, that was Petey.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Pete. That was it. He was twitching like a helicopter. Towards the end, I guess she was the lucky winner of the shirt. I don't know, but I just thought it was rude for a man to come up, a grown man, and snatch it out of her hands. You know what I mean? That was kind of rude.
Yeah,
definitely.
So
rude.
I just politely lifted him up and set him back down pretty hard.
That's classic.
I don't believe in karma.
Yeah. What you want some muscle ass dude shirt for, man? Come on, man.
It was a little strange. It was a little strange, but maybe he was just caught up in the moment.
Yeah, I'd been caught up in that moment too. Somebody throw something at me. I wouldn't have been thinking about that. I wouldn't have been thinking at that moment about a sweaty ass shirt. I'd probably I wouldn't have took it from no girl though. He probably took it out of her hands and shit though.
He like yanked it from. It was disrespectful the way he did it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done some shit like that.
So it was odd.
A little off.
Probably wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it that hard either. We was all caught up in the moment, but we was down there. I think this was Panama City, because we opened up for him. We had a show on the MTV stage. We actually went down to spring break for 4 weeks straight. You got to have all the different weeks for different schools. We just stayed down there for like 4 weeks straight and was like, you know what? Let's do this big push. And it worked out pretty well.
Yeah. Go down there and kick it for 4 weeks. Yeah, because you got to hit all the college that whole month. Call it the windows.
That was the mentality, right? That's the mentality behind it. Is like, this is an opportunity. Instead of having to go everywhere, everybody comes there. So if you get your product in a bunch of people's hands at that time, they doing the work for you, taking it back.
Yes, sir.
Especially if you could handle your own merch and do all that kind of stuff and be able to have all that stuff lined up. You could do those pop-up shops everywhere. You do those pop-up shops everywhere. You can make
old
some
school
quick.
Marketing, bro.
Sell get out there, right? Some CDs and singles out your trunk.
Yep.
We've all heard those stories.
That's stuff.
Back in the day, that's 90s stuff, right?
Guerrilla marketing.
That's right. That's what I was. Yes, that's the part.
Right. Yeah. So DJ Epps played you tonight live on their show. You've had a couple minutes to kind of sit back and think about it. This isn't the first time you've been on there. I don't feel like this has been the first time you've been on DJ Epps, is it?
No. DJ Epps is a friend of mine. You know what I mean? He believe in what I'm doing, so he really helped push it. So shouts out to DJ Epps all the way.
Hey, shout out DJ Epps, man. That's good looking.
Yeah, and he don't push. He don't push just anybody. He don't just push just anybody. They probably get thousands of submissions a week, because we get like 200 and something a week over here.
Right.
Like, and we ain't even close to DJ Epps.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he official legend in the game. You know what I mean? He's not new to this. Like, his name got some weight behind it.
No, he's like Rakim. Like, he'd call Rakim right now if he wanted to. Like,
right. Yeah.
He's generationally known.
Yes.
He's generational along the way. He's been known for it. He's put a lot of time into this stuff, man. That's a dope. It's cool as hell to get to hear your song on XM Radio live on our show.
Right, a double whammy. Right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm honored.
Yeah. Yes, we appreciate you, TP, man.
So, what was your first hip hop memory? Like growing up, like you were like, that's hip hop.
Big
Okay.
question.
I'm gonna throw y'all. I got two. I'm gonna take y'all back now. Okay, this gonna be a little telling.
I'm 44.
But,
let's go.
Okay, so the first one I remember was but LL Cool J, the 12-inch vinyl, and my sister had bought it, but she bought it, of course, for "I Need Love," because that was a song all the women like. but I went through the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like I was jamming all of it. Like I wore that album out. And then my second memory is, all right, I don't know. Do y'all remember Turtles, the music store Turtles? Did y'all have that? Okay, so all right, so down here we had a place called Turtles back in the days, and they used to have these coins, right? And people would buy the coin and give it to people for gifts. Each coin you could get a album, right? And so I used to get one every year for Christmas. And the first one that I remember, I went in the store and I bought Too Short's album. I was like 10 years old, and nobody stopped me. Nobody cared. They just sold me a Too Short album. So I go home, I'm playing this album, and it's just bitch. And my dad coming there like, what the hell are you listening to? And I'm like, what? It's like, I don't even think I registered what they were saying. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a noise, but it was jamming. And I was in there like 10 years old, just bumping Too Short as loud as I could. Yeah, that was a funny one to me right there.
I got very similar stories. That's what I had to do. You had to make sure your door was closed.
Yeah.
You put the volume down on the curse part.
Yeah, but see, I was too young to even realize I was doing something wrong. It was just I like the song.
I knew because I'm gonna be honest with you, my very first hip hop experience was Too Short too. So like it was Short Dog in the House. So like I got the tape. My brother's my buddy's, he's like my brother, like literally grew up in the neighborhood, you know, from the time we're kindergarten up. You like brothers, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
His
yeah.
older sister that was like 5 or 6 years older than us had the Too Short Short Dog in the House. And
okay.
Oh man. So I got in trouble for that one. Yeah, mom caught me with that.
Yeah.
Dad
Mine was Life is Too Short.
Life is Too Short. Oh, that was the best one.
Yep. Yep.
That one in Cocktails. But Life is Too Short had Ghetto.
And Life Is. That was the
Life Is.
Yeah. No, Ghetto was that was the song that Life Is, but yeah. But I think Ghetto was on there. There was that's still a dope song. Yeah. Like Too Short. I mean, Too Short got, like, if you start going through Too Short's catalog, you lose count. Like, he has so many records, so many big records.
Remember, bro, when he came out with that album, he said Too Short, this is the last album. He's had like 30 albums since then.
Oh, that was 20 years ago.
Yes.
Then he came out.
Last album, yo.
But then remember he came out with an album called Can't Stop Rapping. Like, like he was hooked on it.
He had like 1 or 2 more albums, but most of his biggest hits came after album number 10. Yes. Like his biggest hit, like The Whistle. Yeah. He's like, oh shoot, I ain't gotta make
what's funny is
one song.
Yeah.
He's like, oh shit, I can just make one.
Well, you know, when you put on that amp, that's what was playing. Blow the Whistle. His song was playing just now.
Yeah.
Yep, Blow the Whistle. I mean, he just got to make hits now. You just got to make hits. He didn't got to make albums no more.
It kind of worked out better for them. They say that's the golden era. Because now, if you just a classic like Too Short, all you have to do is really get on a song or make one hit every now and then, and you always got your classics to refer back to. You know?
Especially if you own them. If you own them,
yeah. Oh yes, and I think in that era they did own it from the ground up, right? Especially in the
people like Too Short did. People like Too Short he was able to buy enough of his own copies to go out and sell it and make cash. He was selling all across the nation, like pulling up all across the nation, distributing his stuff all across the nation.
Yep, like with no radio play.
Right.
No radio play. No,
like that's one of the people
about the area too.
That's one of the people Master P went to. That's one of the people Master P went to try figuring it all out. Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I rock with Too Short big time.
I like the mellow era though. I like that mellow slow drive, the cruising. You know, because some other boys like to cruise. You know what I'm saying? We even
back in the day,
we driving them country roads, them gravel roads, drinking some beer, hitting some road signs.
Yep.
You
know. You're right. You're supposed to tell all the secret. Yeah.
Let's keep it.
So how about UGK?
For sure. Come on, man. For sure.
Country rap tunes.
You already know. Like I got everything UGK on the playlist, all the way back to Too Hard to Swallow. You know, like I rock with UGK big time.
So like I've been putting Deuce onto some UGK. The other night I made him listen to I guess 2 or 3 albums.
Hard to Swallow, yeah. That was I think that was the latest. Oh, that was the first one you played.
That was the first one.
That's going back to the beginning. Yep. With Pocket Full of Stones and all that.
Yes. I always do.
But people sleep. I mean,
people have no idea.
Yeah, and then of course Menace to Society. That's where everybody really got introduced to UGK was with Menace to Society, because that Pocket Full of Stones, I think it was on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
On Menace to Society, which what's funny is you go back and watch Menace to Society now on whatever streaming platform, they don't got is Pocket Full of Stones ain't on there, I don't believe. They replaced it with something else for whatever reason.
What part of them do you remember the scene that they played?
I don't. Not off the top of my head.
I don't know if it was in the movie cut. I don't know if it was in the
movie
cut.
Okay.
Yeah, there was something going on with But people, man, if you go back and listen to UGK, like everybody loved Pimp C because of the swag and the voice. But listen to Bun too. Bun was spitting bars. Still spitting bars.
Murder?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's one of the sickest verses in hip hop history, dude.
Yep. I'm still a huge Pimp C fan, but yeah.
Oh, I am too. Like I'm both of them fan. Like both of them are freaking legit to me.
Yeah.
So think about they're two totally different people. Like but they're greats in their own categories, right? That's what makes it unique.
Right. Yep. Definitely.
But Pimp C was like the Southern Too Short. Like he's
the pimp. Yes.
He was the pimp, you know.
He was that teach you how to
but he had that soul.
Ladies in particular.
Did it free?
No, we got you.
Oh, okay. My video froze for a second. But yeah, Pimp C was definitely a Southern storyteller, talk to you in your ear. You know what I mean? He didn't even have to be saying much or nothing, but he made it sound good that you want to just, bob to it.
He didn't even have to rhyme, teacher, preacher. So he just saying it in a certain way, and it fit.
Right. Yep.
And
this is Art in the chat says, he says, I'm trying to get a song on the soundtrack right now. There we go. Let's get it.
Right.
Earlier asked how we doing tonight. Doing well. Art, good to see you, man.
Art submitted some music to us that is freaking sick too. He's a dope artist as well. Yeah, he's
nice.
Man, that's what's neat about over here, Teacher Preacher, and we had no idea this was going to happen this way. We set out to start this channel, and we set out January 1st, 2022 was the date of birth of this channel. And, we had talked about it for several years and put some ideas together, and we were just wanting to be like just two dudes talk about hip hop and podcasts. Had no idea. I said I signed up for Music Breakr to do some content for Music Breakr. Next thing you know, we're getting all kinds of artists submitting music to us to do for a review show.
Wow.
Next thing you know, we got all kinds of people coming in, but they're artists. Like there's people out there that are like literally, running the streets of Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, trying to find people to listen to their music. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and it's a lot of good stuff out there,
dude. And we've met some amazing people with great purpose, a great why, and great music, and
great heads on their shoulders, man. Great perspectives, wise people, man. Which is I didn't expect on the internet, especially in the gaming world.
Like I had no idea we'd be able to meet somebody like you. You know,
man.
No idea. So where's is this the last album? The Veritas album? Is this the last album?
It's the last album on the books being planned, but who knows what the future holds? You know what I mean? Yeah. This just, yeah. You know, I probably can't stop rapping either.
I was gonna say, what if you were blessed with that talent to flip words like that, flip the bars like that? Why you gonna hold back your talent, man? God don't want you to do that.
Well, here's the thing, like you know, again, who knows what the future holds? You know what I mean? If I get I'm just at a point with the music right now that it's like I'm gonna just do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like if I feel like dropping a song, I'm gonna drop it. If I feel like making an album, I'm gonna drop it. You know, if I want it to sound this way, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean? I'm not beholden to anybody. So I'm gonna do what I want to do.
Yeah, so you're completely independent. Like you own, this is all in your business.
Absolutely, 100% of it.
100% of it. There you go. So you're a businessman in multiple ways, right? Like you do all kinds of stuff.
I do. Yep.
You want to explain some of that other stuff you do?
You know, I got a little bit of hand over here, a little bit of hand over there. You know, some different things going, but you know, it ain't just music stuff at all. Far from it. You know what I mean? But you know, I own a couple of businesses.
So you do, but you got the Georgia Boys, right? So that's a collective of artists, right?
So okay, the Georgia Boys is a whole separate situation. Okay, that right there that's somebody else thing that I just stepped in for a second, did a few things with, and stepped away. That's not my thing. But the song, like, so that was a compilation album, and one of my songs got put on that album, and my song is the one Georgia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that was a compilation album. I got you.
That was a compilation thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good song though. I like that song a lot. And
appreciate it.
Yeah. So the Boondock Kings. So is this another like a collaboration, or is it like a?
No, Boondock Kings is actually a group with it's actually my two best friends formed a group together. It's Country Strong and Danny O. That's their group. So, and that's under the Boondock branded family that I was telling you about.
Okay. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
So, man, you got projects all over the place. Yeah, he ain't stopping, dudes.
Diversify the portfolio.
He's going.
It's a good bit of content on the streets already. It's a good bit of stuff out there. So, and you know, it's stuff planned out for the rest of this year already inside the camp, things coming out. As a matter of fact, the Boondock Kings dropped a single, I think it was yesterday, called Better Days. So check that out if you ain't checked that out already.
Yeah, I've checked that one out. I got there. I follow it on it, so I got the notification on Spotify for it.
Yeah,
I'll check that out for sure.
Yep.
And yeah, they got some good music, man. Are they from up in Athens? Is that where they're from?
So, no, that's closer to where I am, by Athens. I actually got an office on campus at UGA. But Country actually lives in upstate New York, like getting close to Canada. And Danny O lives in Hall County down here in Georgia. So, yeah, we in one's above the Mason-Dixon, one's below.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So they do y'all make all that music just collaboration through the internet, huh? Sending it back and forth.
No. Country be back and forth to Georgia all the time.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, and then sometimes Danny will go up there and do stuff up there with him. So yeah, but we got a studio down here, 2096 that we record out of. And that's so most of the time Country gonna come down here, you know, he'll stay down here for 3-4 days and drop, you know, 6-7 songs, you know, fill in whatever stuff. he was supposed to be on, things like that. Then of course, when they in the studio, they'll create something just to have that chemistry. But yeah, no, he come down here. That's an in-person thing right there. But that's like I said, that's family. That's family.
I got you. So y'all.
So we definitely got to get them on here with you.
Heck yeah,
that'll work.
These are country boys. These are mud crickets. Like that's the kind of stuff.
Mud crickets.
Was that mud crickets?
Yeah, well, that's a song we did. Honestly, that was kind of a spoof thing we did. That was almost like a country chicken head song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was funny.
But it went viral. The song went viral.
Hey, that's how you do it nowadays. Sure.
Like you can make a lot of content with that song. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did it blow up on TikTok?
No, this was like before the TikTok blow up. Before TikTok was even huge is when we did that song. But that's funny. I got a song now on the album. You heard the song "But" on the album?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, you know the guys on TikTok, the Track Masters. They redid that. They did that thing, and it's blowing up.
So
what?
So that I follow Trap Masters. And I follow the guy that the guy with the beard and the hair's all crazy and he's dancing all crazy and performing the songs. He does like Dre, Tupac. He does all the hip hop songs.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's name though. I can't think of. I follow anybody that does like content based on hip hop. And I follow Trap Masters. I try to follow Trap Masters. And when I saw that, because of course when I heard the song, I'm thinking like, what can you do with this? Like, you know what I'm saying? And when I saw them do it, I was like, man, that's freaking perfect right there.
Yeah, I know. That's the same thing I thought, man. But the dude hit me up, the smaller dude, Nemo, and he was like, man, this song is right up our alley. It's perfect for what we do. And I'm like, yes, let's do it. And man, they knocked it out the park. Shouts out to them, man. Those guys, that's some cool guys right there.
It is, man. I love content like that, man. I love
it was so fun. Yeah. That was a fun right there.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it right here.
All right, word up.
Me and Deuce do some MTV reactions. So,
and then if you look like in the video, like they got catfish hanging on the trees and behind them.
Oh yeah. I saw that. It's like a crepe. I was like, is that a crepe myrtle tree? And then I started looking closer. I was like, those are catfish.
I think it's that second one right there, ain't it?
Yeah, it's the second one. Watch this stuff right here, Deuce. This is what they do.
All right.
You love when I caress your butt. I know you love when I caress your butt. You play it hard for me to get. Girl, you know you want all this love. Go lay on your stomach while my hand rub on your butt. You love when I caress your butt. I know you love when I caress your butt.
Man, they're hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
Girl, you know you want all this love. Go lay on your stomach while my hand rub on your butt. I love the way you play peekaboo with your t-shirt and your booty cheeks. It ain't what you say, it's what you do. And you do it for me.
Eyes crossed.
When them kids sleep, you ain't stressed cause them ends meet. Get undressed in them silk sheets. I'm taking bets, put it all on me. I love you long time. Okay, Google, turn the lights down. Set the scene with some Al Greens. You and me sipping Vaseline on the mezzanine to the balcony. Let it all go, don't forget to breathe. Keep sweat, make it last forever. Wanna go outside in the rain with me? You love when I caress your butt. I know you love when I caress your butt. I know you love when I caress your butt.
Classic.
Oh my
You
God.
play it hard for me.
Classic stuff.
Girl, you know you want all
That's funny.
Classic stuff. Great content.
Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah, they do a lot of stuff.
I wonder how my dude held his eyes crossed like that. The whole
Man, I don't know.
It
was crazy. It's like,
the eyes are always crossed. It don't matter which.
But he know the words too. That's what's crazy. Like he killed it.
Yeah, they're hilarious. They are hilarious, and their channel is their TikTok is blowing up. that kind of content right there. That's why I got on Music Breakr. I was like, man, we can do some stuff like this. Like, you know, this, like we ain't that good. We ain't that funny. But you never know what's going to take off. And we started making do on TikToks for Music Breakr. You know, people pay us like we do like $2 and do them for like $2. We were doing them cheap. But so since we were doing them cheap, we got a lot more offers. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So and then you build up your catalog.
Well, you build relationships with these people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that too. Yeah, definitely.
So we would invite them to our shows. We would play their music in the show. You know, it's all about the relationship, man. And I know the more artists we meet and the more relationships we make and network with people and be ready for, you know, get in the network where you know what new music's coming out and being able to support these artists, man. And it's just like all in the metaverse, man. It's all networked together and tied together in the data, man. And it's just going to help everybody grow.
Yep.
And this thing's going to eventually take off on its own itself. And you never know when it's going to happen. Never know.
Yep. No, I believe it, man. Anything I can do.
Just takes one video and it'll go off. Those Trap Masters, that's original good content right there, though, man. Those dudes are funny as heck. But
I was excited when they did that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's dope. I was excited to see it. That shit was sick. But that's what I encourage all these new artists that come through and independent artists to come through here is to look for different avenues within all these different social networks. Because that video that for that business or for that group, they might be doing drone footage, they might be doing this, that, or the other. And then all of a sudden, your music tied with that video just goes off, and both groups are propelled. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what it's all about, the relationship, because, I mean, not that you're trying to use somebody, but once you tagged on to somebody, if either one of y'all take off, it helps both of y'all out.
Yeah.
Dude, I want to help somebody else take off. Like, I'd love to see, like an artist that come through here, like our video help propel them to the next level. That's all it takes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just takes one person meeting one person in a situation like this could be the difference that just changes everything. You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree.
For multiple people.
Yep.
And when you have faith, I have a vision. I don't know. I know Teacher Preacher does too. He has a vision of what the future's going to be, and it's just going to keep growing, man.
Oh yeah.
It's just going to keep growing, man. And when you have faith in something like that, is me and Deuce has talked about it for years. It's just going to keep growing. Deuce is like always, why you in a hurry? Why you in a hurry? Mm-hmm. Deuce is always like, Scale, why you in a hurry?
You can't rush that. We all know what I'm saying. You can't. He go rap on his own time.
You got to put in that work. You got to put in that work.
Well, you know, as long as you keep putting work in, there'll be a return. There'll definitely be a return. You can't, you know, if you put energy in, some energy got to come out somewhere, you know, but sometimes it ain't going to be on your timetable. It might take a little bit longer than what you're comfortable with, but as long as you putting into it, you'll get something out of it eventually.
Yeah. God has a plan, bro. He has a plan. He didn't set me on this path for no reason. All I got to do is just keep putting in the work, releasing the content, supporting the people that I believe in, that have the right values and the right message.
Yep.
And, you know, people that I know certain people are going to take certain people, everybody in their circle around them with them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
I know Smokey Joe's going to get taken care of. I know Teacher Preacher's going to get taken care of. I know people are going to get the fruit. They're going to get fruits for their labor, man. They're going to get fruits for their labor, man.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate it.
I think we got a question in the chat, if y'all don't mind.
Let's go for it, dudes.
Sure.
All right. We got a question from Devin here. He says, I found a good song on the hip hop show. Appreciate that. Was wondering any recommendation for tonight on any new upcoming artists. This is a good person to ask right here. You got Skelly and TP in the building. They got their ears to the streets. He said, and Art says, I'm new and upcoming. So what do y'all think about that?
Hey, shouts out for Art for throwing it in there.
Yeah.
Hey, you looking? I'm right here. What you talking about?
Right. Yes. I'm right under your nose.
Hey, and share your see if you can drop your link or give some hints to it, like, you know what I'm saying, and there for people to link up. Y'all link up for real. And
hey, we got a new and upcoming artists. Let's consider TP new and upcoming. What you mean?
Yeah, no, definitely peep the catalog. You know, I want y'all to check out that Unfinished Business, man. I got one on there. I mean, it's a few on there, but definitely, this one called Maybe, which is a dope song that I'd love for y'all to hear that one. So,
what's it called?
Maybe. It's on that. If you go to my Spotify and look at discography, you'll see that Unfinished Business Volume 2. It's the yellow cover.
Oh,
and it's just, I'm telling you, those albums got some serious heat on them. So when you get a moment, just flip through them and see if anything jump out to you.
This is the one I have listened to one song of this Unfinished Business. I don't know which song. This was not liked, so I don't think I've heard this one. Don't hurt.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, this song is something serious.
Yeah. Got something
but you see that fine, laid back feel to it. And this is my boy Danny on the first verse.
They try to stop my movement but can't do it. The mind is precious, please, so don't lose it. All this bullshit, homie, I see through it. Your whole crew was bitching, you knew it. Don't act dumb, thinking you ain't the one. Birds flock together, you bitch, so gon' run. Envy of one another, swearing you all brothers. All hate inside, no love for one another. I bet the house, my numbers ain't no slouch. A puzzle in your mind, you try to figure me out. Vision clouded with doubt, locked down, but now I'm out. Fuck your cosign, I know what you all about. You mention names for clout or just to cut time. I see it in your eyes, your bitch a drop a dime. Not me, bury me as a G. A coward dies 1,000 deaths, but not a G.
Maybe it's you, or maybe it's me. Maybe it's a devil called jealousy. Maybe it's you.
And then I come in on the second verse there.
Maybe it's me. Maybe it's a devil called jealousy.
Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I solve them. Stay in the bed, worry about that shit tomorrow. Maybe I'm sorry. Now I don't give a fuck. Maybe return to the streets, tell them stick them up. Maybe we all pretended like we something different, but in reality, crash head first into the ending. Your baby needs some Pampers, so tell me what's the answer. Maybe you stressing, light a cigarette and get cancer. Maybe you call your partner, he be moving heavyweight. Take a couple days off work and move some dope up in the States. But you've been living right, so thug shit get you nervous. So every time you see a cop, you get the swerving. Man, I'm just brainstorming. Maybe he hit the sirens, and now you on the side of 85, try not to die. Collect call from the jail, you hear your wife cry. So what the hell was you thinking, how we gon' survive? Maybe you come home, maybe you doing life. Maybe some other man step in and treat her right. Maybe one day you sitting reading in your cell, and in walks a younger man, a younger version of yourself. Maybe a cycle, maybe the system. Maybe your son's life is based on your decisions. Maybe I'm kicking wisdom, or is this bullshit? Maybe I'm preaching and this record is my pulpit. Maybe.
Yeah, that's dope right there. And I honestly felt like I'd heard it before because I was like, I knew some of the words, the punchlines.
Yeah.
Some of the punchlines. So like I'd heard it.
The story, man. Shoot, that hurt my heart. What you said about. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm telling you that. So hey, who was that? There goes some new stuff for you. Whoever that was asking,
there we go,
right there.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, I dropped the link. I dropped the link in the Spotify.
Okay,
I told him to.
That's what's up.
I told him to send us an email. I told him to send us an email. Art's been here before. He submitted on the website. He found us on Instagram and submitted some stuff to us on the website. And he does got some sick stuff. He does got some sick stuff. I do want to give him credit for his abilities, and definitely want to thank you for being here and supporting us and getting the opportunity to learn about Teacher Preacher just like we have. You know what I mean? And so I know, Devin, I want to make sure you, if you're new, to hit that subscribe button, man. We really appreciate you being here and liking this stuff, hitting that Spotify link right there, and get Teacher Preacher to 30,000 something monthly listeners.
Let's get it.
So I saw.
Yeah, man, let's go. I definitely appreciate y'all, man.
And you spitting wisdom, dropping bars, man.
Oh heck yeah! So I saw on the Spotify though, you have a good following down in Australia. You get a bunch of plays in Australia down there.
Oh yeah, okay. Must have been a playlist or something that got picked up on. I know with that Hustle song got picked up on a few playlists, a few decent playlists. So yeah.
Yeah, it had you trending pretty big down in Australia. I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh shoot. And
I might need to go down under.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see, where did I see that at? Let me look that up. Let me find where I saw that at. It had some kind of bio on here on you. And I was reading it.
Oh shoot. Maybe you should show me because I ain't even seen that.
Oh yeah, here it is. Hold on, let me see.
Well, you got 7 billion souls moving around the sun, as the song said. You just need to.
So this bio right here. It had Teacher Preacher is a rap artist with over a decade of experience in the industry, known for his unique blend of unpredictable wisdom, southern charm, and dialect in his music. It held as a breath of fresh air for rap fans.
Oh, there! I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Got Sydney, Australia on there.
Yep. 763 listeners, bro.
Damn.
Got them kangaroos hopping.
Yes, sir.
But here's the sauce.
Yeah.
Art, and you're an up and comer right here. Here's the sauce. Find content creators in the Sydney, Australia area on TikTok. Build a relationship with them on Instagram, TikTok.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
use their content with your music, and it gets even bigger. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. Go with the momentum.
Yeah, use it to your advantage. I mean, who cares? Sydney's a beautiful place.
Hey, yeah, no, it's all about getting it out there. It don't matter where.
Like, go down there and advertise that you got a show in Sydney, Australia, and there's 700 and something listeners down there that says, "Hey, we like Teacher Preacher." Find where they're at.
Yeah.
Hit them up. And you got a show. And then every
I'm
time
sure my family would like to go to Australia.
Yeah, take the whole family, right? Take the
family. That's right. Take all of us.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope as hell. I looked into going to Australia one time, looking for some jobs and shit, but getting a visa down there is like hard as hell to get a visa from America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they don't want no lazy ass Americans down there, dude.
Hey, how long is that flight? I bet that's a haul right there.
I don't even want to think about that.
I'm saying, right?
Yeah, like
you going on basically the other side of the earth.
Yeah, you'd go west, wouldn't you?
I did a 14-hour flight, and that was rough.
Hey, where'd you go? Asia, China?
Say what?
What was 14 hours? Where were you going?
Oh, Budapest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was, boy. I slept most of the way.
Oh,
So besides the PD Pablo concert experience, what was the other most memorable moment in your concert in your touring days, and like in going around and hitting up especially back in the 90s and the early 2000s, the late 90s and early 2000s? What was the big one for you?
You know, we had a big show. This was I think it was MTV2. We did a show with them, and it was funny because they didn't tell us to the last minute, you know, that the show had to be TV friendly.
That's an important piece of information, I would think.
Put the sticker on it.
I'm talking about as we're walking on the stage is when they tell us this.
What?
I didn't. What? And they cut us short, kicked us out. It was just this big fiasco. But yeah, it was a memory. It's something we can laugh about now, but at the time we was mad.
Oh yeah. That was y'all's chance. Y'all had a chance to shine right there.
Yeah, but we just wasn't set up. Like, you know, it wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't even like it was nothing too bad or nothing. But when your show is set, you know, especially like now you might be able to pull out a laptop and do some stuff on the fly. But no, at the time it wasn't like that. It was like we got what we got. It just is what it is. So
yeah,
they literally cut y'all song off in the middle of a track.
Yeah. I think because this thing was being like broadcast. It was being like broadcast on TV and stuff. And so it was kind of like, you're done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah. But, you know, it happened.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Shout out to Hip Hop Food Spot for pulling up. Appreciate you coming through. It's Deuce Cleese's arch enemy.
He's not no enemy.
Deuce Cleese always seems to find a way to fight with Hip Hop Food Spot. It'll happen.
It's a natural rivalry with the Seahawks and the Raider fans. It's a natural rivalry.
Oh yeah, I got you. Okay.
Playful rivalry.
Deuce
gets pretty hot sometimes. He gets pretty hot. He gets in his feelings.
Yeah. That's kind of like the Falcons and the Saints down here.
Exactly.
It's the Falcons and the Saints that's fighting down here.
So you're a big Atlanta sports fan?
Yeah, you know, somewhat, you know, but I'm more into college stuff. I'm UGA fan.
Man, y'all beasting. So
oh yeah, but like I told you, I got an office on campus. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'm engulfed in it. I'm engulfed in it. So
yeah, you're embedded in the trenches of it.
Yeah.
I don't think y'all have lost in like 2 years, bro. Like
right. Yeah. I think we lost once in 2 years. Once in 2 years. Yeah.
So was you a Falcons fan though too?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I'm a rock with the Falcons, the Braves, you know, Atlanta United, all that. I'm a rock with them anyway because that's home team. You know what I mean? I gotta rock with them. But you know, as far as like my loyalty and going to games and all that stuff, I stay in the college realm more than anything.
What about Ball? Ball's a great song. Ball's a great song off the last album.
Ball's got a real good feel to it. That, you know, there's a good story behind that one too. My homeboy DJ Cannon Banyan. I don't know if y'all know him or not, but that's somebody y'all should plug up with too, because he got a real good movement going. But he produced beats as well, and every once in a while we'll talk. He'd be like, hey, I got this beat. You know, why don't you put something on it? And so we just do these little one-off songs because he does mixtapes and stuff, and we'll just throw them on the mixtape. But he sent me that one. I was like, man, I could rock out to this, but I held up a little because this other dude had the beat and was like telling him he was going to do a song to it. And I'm like, nah, I'm going to eat this one up. So I just kind of went and did the song anyway. I'm like, look, I'm finna eat this song up. Then when you hear it, I'm going to win this battle. You know what I mean? And so we did that song. He was like, that's exactly what I had in mind for this song. And he was like, don't worry, I'm going to tell the other dude to hold off. He's like, maybe I'll do a remix or something. I was like, yeah, I like that. And then before my album was done, I started talking to Cujo Goody. He was doing that mixtape project he was doing. And he was like, yo, you got a song, that Pay Mentality. And I was like, you know what? Let's put this Ball on here. I'll let him hear it. He was like, yeah, that's a good fit for this album. So I put that on there. And that was kind of like the introduction to that song. But I wound up putting it on my project too. So
yeah, that was my first introduction to you, and was the Pave Mentality, and I was like,
okay.
I caught on to the Cujo Glasses song first because I was like, dude, this is sick. I was like,
yeah, oh yeah. Shout out to Smokey.
Shout out to Smokey Joe. And I was like, man, this dude, you know, it's like, that's a great song. He branded it. You know what I mean? It's like branded.
Yep.
With a freaking legend in the game, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a good dude that is going to respect and understand what Smokey was trying to do for him. And that stuff was sick. I was like, that's a good spot for an Pave Mentality. And I'm a big Goody Mob Outcast, whole DF family. One of my favorite Atlanta artists was Backbone and Cool Breeze.
Oh man, yeah, definitely. Cool Breeze got one of the dopest albums of all time. The East Point's greatest hit. Backbone right there with it. Concrete Law. I mean, shouts out to both of them. Witch Doctor. Like, Dungeon Family go deep. Yeah.
Yeah, that Witch Doctor album was
I know you heard my boy Big Rube on the intro to this album.
Yes.
Did his thing.
Big Rube is freaking. Any song he's on is like immediately a classic. Like immediately a classic. And then everybody that you don't hear no song where a rapper gets on there with Big Rube that he don't inspire for that artist to like create one of the best verses of their lives.
And he don't even need a beat behind him, right? He just kick his poem, and it's deep. It's gonna be deep. It's gonna have you thinking. It's gonna stay with you because I still hear lines for Big Rube in my head, like just walking around.
That dude will bring tears to your eyes right there in the first song. The first time you hear it, he'll bring tears to your eyes, bro. Like he can bring that dude can hit you in your soul, man.
Yes,
I've never heard an artist come in behind him that didn't like rock it, like, and with something in what he said they used in some way.
Yep. And this actually the second time I worked with him. So
yeah, I've heard the other one too. Yeah,
and both times, I mean, he definitely does his thing, man. Like I give him a lot of respect for what he does. It's kind of he created his own lane, and like I don't know if anybody done touched what like people try, you know, but he got his own thing, and it's like it's just his. You know, if you want it done the right way, you go to Rube. So shouts out to Rube, man, big time. And plus, he a good dude, man. That's my homeboy. That's my boy right there.
Hey, when I remember being a kid, just you know, just those words, that wisdom helps you flip your path in life, bro. Because it gives you, you know, it gives you hope, and it gives you and you know that okay, as I'm getting older, we still got these brothers with good heads on the shoulder. I'm not going on this alone, basically.
So,
you know what I mean?
Do you mind if I play a little bit of Better Man right here? Like,
do you think? Yeah, definitely. Do you think, man?
Before we do that,
whatever you want.
Can I read the chat real quick?
Go for it, Deuce. Yeah.
All right. So, Hip Hop Food Spot, we appreciate you, man. He says, nice interview, except for my hat. I'll take that. R says, peace, brothers. Hey, R, peace to you. Peace to you too, sir, man. Said, man, y'all have a good night. And then Devin comes back and says, good night. But hey, they feeling the vibes, teacher preacher. So
okay, nice, man. Shouts out to everybody checking us out right now. Thank y'all for being here.
Word up. So what we got? Skelly gonna play what does he have it up or where'd he go?
I think Scully might be taking a bathroom break.
No, we call that usually around this time though. We usually do a man break. We gotta go.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it, man. Hey, it is what it is.
Sitting there live chopping it up for an hour. So I'm like, you know, if we was in face to face, a couple of us probably be going to do it.
Right.
Yeah. Just keep it like a get together. You know what I mean? Like we playing dominoes. Yeah. Hip Hop Food Spot says he's learned a lot from the guest, teacher preacher.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that, man. Make sure to hit me up on all the socials too. And everybody on here tag in with me.
Goondog.
And Goondog, not the next week actually.
Yeah, send it in, Goondog. Send it in, Goondog. Goondog is he's a representative of an up and coming artist that's freaking blowing up right now. He just had a song. Nice. He just made a song with DJ Premier that's fucking sick.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Just had an album released last week. It's going off the charts. It's going off the charts.
Yeah. Turn on the air conditioning.
Yeah, let me know. I'll definitely check that out. Definitely check him out.
He's he's with I'll give you the name and everything here in the backstage.
Sure. Okay.
But, he's representing, man. He's blowing up. Like real deal blowing up. But yeah, send it in, Goondog. Let's see. So I just kind of had an idea. He said, I'm going to send it. Cool deal. So earlier tonight, Teacher Preacher's song was featured on Sirius XM Radio. It was Rock the Bells Radio, Channel 43, hosted by DJ Epps.
Yes, sir.
Saturday Night Ride with DJ Epps. Hashtag Sat Night Ride. You can play back to the beginning of the stream and then hit the live button to catch right back up. Check out his new song, Throwed with Cujo Goody. And shout out to DJ Epps, man. He supports us. He's one of the first people that supported us, believe it or not. And I think it's dope that he supported us. I was like stoked when he
right.
I was like, holy crap. He's just it's crazy how many lives that man's affected. Like literally life changing for people.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, life changing. Right. The power of a DJ, man. Like even still to this day, man. Like even to this they find way because they're techs. They're tech heads, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like they find new ways constantly to evolve in the tech world.
Well, and plus you got to realize, man, a DJ knows how to work the crowd. Like that's the thing that people miss is like his whole job ain't just to play records. It's to play records that keep the crowd engaged. And a good DJ knows how to do that. They know how to see when it's not working and how to make it work, and they also know how to keep the energy up in a room. So a good DJ can make all the difference in the world. So salute to all the DJs out there, especially the ones that support, artists.
Right.
Right.
We had a chance.
DJs, man.
We had a chance to interview DJ Ray from LA. Have you ever had a chance to meet DJ Ray? He worked with Big Boy at what was the radio station out there, dude?
It's Power 106 back in the days, but he switched over. It's Big Boy Radio, Big Boy's Neighborhood.
Yeah. I know Big Boy's Neighborhood. Yeah.
Another one of those guys that helped change people's lives on the radio. People on radio. Right.
Yeah. Especially in the West Coast.
And when I think about this is celebrating the 50 years of hip hop, right? This is the year they say it all 50 years ago. This year it all began, When you think about the whole 50 years, Teacher Preacher, what do you hustle is a dope track is?
Mm-hmm. You think about, I appreciate that.
So when you think about 50 years of hip hop, what are the moments? Like, what are you thinking about?
Honestly, it makes me think that we got to protect it more than anything because, everything is cyclical, and if you look at most genres of music, this is about the time that they start to die off, and if we really do respect this genre of hip hop music, we got to allow it to grow, but also protect the foundation of it as well, and not just forget all the foundational things that made it is what it, is today, and not just accept anything. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's going to be really tricky in this day and age because with the with the internet, and you know, exactly. Like there's no quality control, you know, and it's kind of like, well, if you start giving everybody just junk food all the time, they're not gonna tell you no. Give me some meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? And this thing started as meat and potatoes. It started as a oral history, so to speak. You know what I mean? It's something you pass down. It's like, hey, this is the life we live in, but also this is how we can make it better. We got to come together. You know what I mean? Like talking community stuff. And I'm afraid that now with some of the stuff going on, it's more just junk food, and that junk food eventually is gonna kill it. So I'm really hoping that we can have some of the heavyweights and, you know, legends in the game, which, you know, shouts out people like Cujo Goody, DJ Epps, that are trying to hold on to the foundational aspect, the quality aspect.
The LLs, the Rock the Bells, the LLs, the Rocks the Bells, because like LL's really stepped up in the last year. And we're not in the last year, but several years. But this last year, he's put even more of an emphasis on shows and dialogue about hip hop. I think it starts with dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about it.
Yeah. And it's okay to have the party stuff, because hip hop was always party music. You know what I mean? But you just gotta be careful. You know what I mean? You gotta be careful to not go past the tipping point of just going dumb with the music. You know,
and that's bars, bro.
But some of this started with hip hop. You got to be careful, because the younger generation feel like we're only the only ones allowed to do it. When if you think of every other genre of music, there's legends. And even now, if I ask you, what's the 5 best rappers of all time, they all gonna be over 40. You know what I mean? Or most of them, you know, are close to it. You know, because those are the legendary people, and we got to be okay with that. We got to have old school or people to pass game down, or to mentor artists, develop those kind of things, you know, and to bring these young guys up. It's like, yeah, when you 18, 19, 20, you party and you having fun, but that's not going to last if you don't have substance behind it. They just going to turn you out, one hit wonders, boom, 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 and nobody ever even know your name. They just, you know, TikTok dancing to your song for 3 months and then you gone. So that's the kind of stuff I think about with 50 years.
I think, hey, that was well said, sir. That was our sentiments exactly, bro.
And that's kind of, and his thoughts are, and really what he's thinking about is he's wanting to preserve the last 50 years, but the next 50 years is the focus. Like, where does it keep going to? Like,
exactly.
Like we gotta continue it on a path that's going to sustain another 50, and then another 50, and that way it's just forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Because if you think about it, man, music right now, I don't care if it's hip hop, R&B, country,
rock,
roll, all of it now is pop music. It's all being meshed into this one industry sound that they're trying to push down your throat. Like, you cannot tell a difference between a hip hop song and an R&B song no more.
Not anymore.
I mean, even the language in the song, even like, I'm to the point now. It's like, okay, when R. Kelly would slip a cuss word in every now and again, it's like, okay, that's dope. He trying to be hood street with it. But now I get irritated with R&B songs. Even the little girl pop songs feel like they gotta cuss, and I'm like, what is this? Like, you're forcing something at this point.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And now it's real.
Exactly. It feels forced.
Right.
You know, and now you even listen to country music, which there's some good country artists out there. I ain't knocking them at all, but it's starting to sound like pop music. And it's starting to sound like R&B music now.
Yeah.
Like, it has
and rap. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's one country song I laughed. I think it's like Rumor or something, but I told my wife, I was like, I swear this is an old Teddy Pendergrass song. Like, I was like, I know I'd have heard this before, but it wasn't. It just sounded like it had that same feel, you know? And it's like, it's okay to cross over some, but if you're trying to, I think hip hop is a culture, and that's the difference. It is a whole culture.
It's not just music. It's not just music.
It's right. And what you
so
don't want to happen.
Actually, music is just a small part of it. Like really,
5 elements. Yeah. Let's not forget.
Exactly. And you don't want the culture to die. Because that's the scary part. You know, people try to erase your culture, they erase your history and all that stuff. And it's like this was a major. I mean, hip hop took over the world. I mean, it's the number one type of music now worldwide. You know, and not everybody's happy about that. So you got to protect it on some level, and you got to do that by keeping it quality and having a standard of what you're doing.
Absolutely
right, and it's got to be authentic. Again, like everywhere we go throughout the history of hip hop that I've witnessed, the most authentic people, the people that are the realest to who they are, and they understand who they are the ones that have been the most successful people in hip hop. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it might not necessarily mean they have more followers.
No, I mean,
or necessarily
whether you're an artist, producer, DJ. What's that?
Yeah. I said they might not necessarily have the most followers or subscribers, but they're still the most successful people in there.
Well, you got to think, man, whether we create music, whether you're a producer, a rapper, a content creator, a talk show host, whatever you are, like, we still people. You know what I mean? Like, you might get on stage and you this character for your music or whatever, but when you go home and you sit down in your bed, you know what I mean? You still just a regular person, you know, and you got to realize you got to be humble and true to people, because ultimately that's who they're going to be dealing with, is your real character, your real person. That's who you got to look at in the mirror every day. That's who you got to, you know, go talk to your maker. That's who you're going to be there. It's not going to be this character. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like,
I say it to my football players all the time. You got to look at the man in the mirror. You got to look at the man in the mirror. Did you give everything you're supposed to give? Like, did you do it? Did you go as hard as you possibly could go? Like, if you can look at yourself in the mirror and answer that question. And because, I mean, the bottom, like, I try telling them, like, I guess my expectations for you are higher than what you have for yourself. Like, I see you being able to do certain things that you're not doing, but I know you can do it, and you're trying to find reasons why it can't happen. You know what I mean? Like, we're trying to make this shit happen, bro. Like,
yeah, no, and that's why you got to be. That's why a coach got to push you, though. But you got to understand, too, those young men, they know all their insecurities and all their flaws, too. And that's what you're trying to break through. You're trying to get them to shed those off and push themselves. Right. You know what I mean? Because
they might not even have knowledge of what the problems are, right? Like, they may not even have knowledge.
That's true.
Right.
Yeah. But, you know, we all got to stay humble, though.
There's a different gear in there. There's a different gear in there, you know? Like, there's a different... You got it in you. You can do this.
Yeah, you got to find that thing that motivates them to push them.
Yeah. Some people are intrinsically motivated, and some people are extrinsically motivated, and somebody just need a swift kick in the ass sometimes.
And some of them ain't gonna get motivated no matter what you do.
Yeah, the dumb, deaf, and blind, right?
And there's some that life just got to beat them up enough to motivate them. But, you know, it's okay. Hopefully they'll get it one day.
God loves them all.
Fellas, I want to read this from Hip Hop Food Spot before we move on to topics. Hip Hop Food Spot came out. He said, that bullish out now is killing the foundation. And Teacher Preacher touched on that a little bit. And then Hip Hop Food Spot comes back and says, back in the day, a lot of artists did hip hop for survival. And you could tell in their hunger, and it made amazing music. Absolutely, right? Because it was their story, it was them, it was their testimonial, and you know it was true because because it's 30 years later, and we ain't heard that it wasn't true, bro. So it stood the test of time, man.
Yep.
And then Moondog sent in his track there, and then I'm sorry about this, guys, but I guess I do this a lot. Hip Hop Food Spot calling me out. He says Deuce curses every show and it offends him. Sorry about that, man. I don't mean to be offensive, man. My bad, bro. My bad.
You're gonna offend. You're gonna offend him no matter what. You're gonna offend him no matter what.
I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm sorry, man. I apologize.
When somebody's offended, that's their own problem, though.
Oh yeah.
Bars. Uno reverse card, hip hop food spot. Uno reverse, man.
Hip hop.
That's why if something offends me, I keep it to myself.
It's all.
Stop.
I love it. That's funny.
Yeah, he's one of the day ones.
Yeah, I'm starting to see the drama now between them two.
Yeah, it's a constant troll. It's a constant troll.
Football season now too. It's only gonna get worse.
Yeah, it's on now. It was real bad last football season. It's gonna be even worse now. But yeah, it's a constant. It gives life to the show, man. It gives life to the show.
Yeah, no, you need people. You need it. Yeah. That's somebody that's really your friend. They'll keep you humble.
Oh my gosh, dude, he's helped us out so much. TP, you don't even understand, man. Like, he's taught me a lot. He's taught me so much, man. He's taught me so much. I just wish I could do everything he says because it would make me so much better. He's a dude got great advice. He's been in the industry, man. You know what I mean? He's been a multiple business guy in the industry and outside the industry, and everything from, I don't know, putting stuff out there, but he's been in it. Like he took his son to go meet who was it? Daz. And Easy, little Easy. Yeah. Just took him up to the stadium and just say, hey, let's go meet. Let's go. He's that guy.
Oh, that's cool. That's super cool.
Here, meet Daz Dillinger. the rapper.
I guess if you got it like that, that's dope.
Yeah, right.
That's just a little humble flex right there, ain't it? Like,
exactly.
No, but he ain't like that at all.
Nah, he humble.
We've had some great. Yeah, he's blessed. He's blessed. He knows he's blessed. But we enjoy the stories as hip hop fans. You know what I'm saying? We enjoy the stories. So growing up in ATL, man.
Is it I'm sorry. Is it a food spot, another talk show? Is it a food thing or?
He's an IG guy. He's an IG guy. He's friends with DJ Ray out there in LA. And he goes around to restaurants and does food reviews and stuff like that. And
that's dope. Okay.
Yeah,
so when I go out to LA and I'm trying to find a place to eat, he gonna let me know.
Go to the hip hop food spot. Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
He's done around San Diego, I think, right?
Yes, yeah.
And Teacher Preacher has a good following in San Diego down there, so he has
that and LA
Spotify taught me that a while ago.
Yeah, San Diego. That's the is that a naval base town, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. I've been down there. I've been down there.
It's paradise, bro. Like they know where to go. They like, you know what? I'm gonna get out the military and I'm gonna go live in paradise on earth.
Right.
Teacher Preacher, he said, Teacher Preacher, come to a show here. See?
Oh, that's what's up. Hey, I'd love it.
Yeah, he's a hell of a guy, man. What's up?
We're at an hour and a half.
Teacher Preacher,
you want to keep it going?
You in a hurry?
I ain't in no hurry. I'm good as long as y'all good.
Okay. Y'all want to take a 5-minute commercial break, like a 5-minute old man break, so everybody can go do their thing,
We were just while you were gone, we were talking about the old man break. Yeah, so usually
let's hit. Hey, we'll hit you with a little quick break, real quick. It'll be 4 minutes and something seconds. We'll be back. Teacher Preacher, you can come back whenever you need to.
Do what you got to do.
We'll just do our thing right here. Commercial break. Appreciate y'all. Here we go. Old man break.
And we're back. Oh man, break my dang teeth taking forever to make. I'm over here sitting there waiting for hearing the song go down. It's all good. Welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all enjoying the interview with the great hip hop artist, teacher, preacher. He got his stylized as TP over there. And he's just dropping knowledge, man, dropping jewels on the show, man. Oh my God. Philosophy behind what's going on in today's hip hop. I'm sure we all agree with that. I'm sure we all had those suspicions. Dude's break's not over, but it ended. We ain't got no choice. We're back. Y'all don't want to see no Blake series, so we can chop it up real quick. What up, Devin? How you doing out there? Thanks for rocking with us all show long. Devin Jimenez has been rocking this whole entire episode. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate that, bro.
For sure.
And then my name, Jeff. Hey, dudes. What up, Jeff? How you doing today, man? Good to see you in the building, man.
All right.
Then, I think everybody's happy now that Skelly's back. At least Hip Hop Food Spot is. Don't care about me.
Skelly's back, yeah.
He don't care about me being back there.
Yeah, he was definitely the reason we got hooked up with DJ Ray with Hip Hop Food Spot's connection to DJ Ray. That was a dope experience for us. You know, being on the front lines, you know, of the development of the hip hop radio shows in LA, you know, back in the day, and me and Deuce have talked about in the past, kind of like our inspiration southernly, you know. That's what the deep perspective is, and that's how me and Deuce got to be friends, is because we had totally different perspectives on the music experience, right? So, like,
right,
there was only certain albums that were available in Little Rock, Arkansas, and you know we didn't get a lot of the West Coast music that he got, you know. So his experience was
vice versa.
You know, those '90s, early '90s hip hop.
So what was you listening to in the '90s?
Who, me?
In Arkansas, yeah.
Okay, so we had one radio station that really started just kind of like playing hip hop in the late hour. It's called Zoo 98, and it had the call in shout out show for the kids. That's back in junior high, so it'd have been like 91, 92. So it was a lot of like Tone Loc, 2 Live Crew, you know, that kind of, you know, commercialized, very commercial, trendy, you know, hip hop mixed in with Scarface, Ghetto Boys, mixed in with, you know, the Southern hip hop, you know, Atlanta, Southern Playalistic, Players Ball, Elevator. Okay. You know, we got that kind of stuff. And then 3-6 Mafia was a big inspiration on us. You know, I was driving to Memphis with buddies at 14 years old, going to clubs and hanging out with Gangster Boo when she was 14, and PCJ and people like that. And the club, when they're young, you know, just starting to perform and stuff, and getting to do stuff like that. But there wasn't much of a hip hop scene in Arkansas. You know, you couldn't find vinyl records, hip hop vinyl, or nothing like that. It was all rock and country around here for the most part.
Okay. So the little bit you got on the radio is what you.
So it's big on copying tapes. You know what I mean? Luckily for me, I grew up in a town that was had an Air Force base in it. So we had a lot of people from around, you know, the world in the military. So I got some, you know, mixtapes. I remember getting the demo of Wu-Tang, the demo for Wu-Tang, stuff like that. You know, Enter 36 Chambers demo.
Man, that was a blessing. How did that tape just happen to get distributed?
Because a guy came in from New Jersey. He was my and that's how we got that connection. So he was a big EPMD, Eric Sermon and all that, Keith Murray, and then Wu-Tang. He liked Wu-Tang and Method Man and Redman and stuff like that. So that's just kind of the kind of music he was listening to. So you kind of got people there, and you had to dub the tapes and all that kind of stuff. But UGK was a big one on me. 8-Ball MJG was, you know, I had those back in the day for the 9 milli boys, you know, like it was like early on. So we got all that on the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like we got all that from people on the streets. And I lived on I-40. You know, we're right on I-40 eastbound. So we had the East Coast, West Coast traffic and thing that was bringing in a lot of stuff. Like I remember DJ Quick had a red tape that had bass lines, like bass beats, and I had that early on.
DJ Quick was the man back in the days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Quick was like, I don't know about in California, but nationally, Quick was the first person I heard banging on their tape, like really set claiming.
Yes. Like real.
You know what I mean? Like
his name. There wasn't no seeing his
like
name.
He was like flat out just do it with no shame. You know what I mean? But before that, everybody would kind of just beat around the bush a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Quick. I rocked with Quick back in the days, man. Like we had a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because y'all had an international pipeline. You know what I mean? Like all the way up the East Coast. Like you could hear it in the music. Like I can hear it in Dungeon Family for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Man, Dungeon Family, they had influences like you can't even imagine. You know what I mean? Like Curtis Mayfield and, you know, P-Funk and stuff like we can't even fathom having that in your studio. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But so, dudes, what about you? What was your music taste like?
Well, you know, shit. My first tape that I got. Well, I love hip hop ever since Beastie Boys, right? I remember my uncles and them. My uncle's only like 9 years older than me, so he grew up kind of when hip hop first started, right? So he would just play tracks. So I guess my first tape I ever got was MC Lights, right? I walked into a record store, and the song by Whitney Houston was "I Want to Dance with Somebody," right? And it was also Lisa and Colt Jam, right? So I had to make a choice. And then the dude, I made my choice. I chose Whitney Houston. Don't tell nobody. I love that song, right? And then the record dude, slipped me the MC Light tape. He slipped me the original MC Light tape. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, all right, cool. I don't know if I can play this around. I don't know if I like the MC Light songs.
MC Light can spit.
Yes. And that's what I knew.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
And the song came on "Shut the F Up, Ho" about Roxanne Shante. And I was playing that, and I was like, "Oops, pause." Put on the headphones, and that's when I went to the headphones, bro.
Yeah,
because my mom wasn't having that, and so it was like MC Light, Slick Rick. It was my first couple tapes, and then I eventually grew when I first saw the Funk Doc spot, bro, on the Headbanger. Right. And then I was like, this dude's cold. And then the first Redman album, and he still dropping bars. I was just playing them for the show. So Redman is probably my overall, if I had to say the GOAT, the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'm going with Red. I'm going with Funk Doc Spot.
No, Red is cold, man. So you got a heavy East Coast background here.
Yes.
Okay, I was expecting to hear some other stuff. You know what I mean?
He has some very Cali tendencies. Don't get it twisted.
I tell you, who's somebody I love their music, but growing up in Atlanta, we had to go find it and hunt for it. Was E40.
Yes,
bro. Because E40, man, he had some of the hardest beats behind his stuff too. Like his stuff would ride. Like, I used to ride the E40 a lot. Like, so even when folks down here didn't really understand it.
So I used to call into Zoo 98 and try to get them to play late night on the call-in shows. I tried to get them to play Sprinkle Me, and they wouldn't play it. I never understood why. Because
it's a great song.
They played it at the skating rink, though. They played it at the skating rink, see?
Yeah.
They play it there, and that motherfucker was a hit there, but they wouldn't play it on the radio, so I never understood, like, what are y'all doing? This is a jam. But, like, my buddy Feezy, my buddy Feezy, we went to college together, grew up together. He was big on E40. He had an older brother that put him on the E40 very early on. And so I was on the E40 from the beginning. I loved his dialect, man. The way he slang. He had that cool bay, like but kind of pimp, but not like overly pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep. And he
only go.
He'd chop off the end of his words like the South. You know how the South, like it was
the pimp.
I don't know where he got it from. He made his whole new thing. Yeah.
It was the pimp. Pimp C did it like that, and Too Short did it like that. It was the pimp influence. I swear it was.
But y'all do realize, right? Snoop Dogg said this best. Most of our family members, our parents, our grandparents, they from the South. Mine are from Shreveport, Louisiana, and Cincinnati, Ohio. So everybody in Cali got some Southern roots. You know what I'm saying? So we all got that. We all got that out here because California, we all immigrants pretty much.
Yeah, everybody started on the East Coast and towards the South. That's where everybody started from. That's
right.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like, so I got a book that takes my family back to Ireland. I'm Irish, and two brothers came together into Boston. That's where most of the Irish ships came in, was to Boston. So they came into Boston. One went to Chicago, one went to Savannah, Georgia as a cash cropper, and one went to the industrial area in Chicago. And they wrote letters back and forth. And so when they neither one of them would leave where they were at. So whatever they found in America was better than what they had. And then ever since then, my granddad left Chicago, go to the military. So he went in the Navy, World War II, and ended up in like San Francisco, Seattle, most of those years. And so then through the military transfers through the years, that's how my family ended up in Arkansas. But so my family's from Chicago to Savannah to Seattle and California. And then I'm right in the middle of it all. I got stuck right in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
So
my family from Georgia, North Georgia, East Georgia, and Mo, Georgia.
Georgia.
They all Georgia. They all
all Georgia.
Yeah.
Georgia. Somebody was talking about Free Handsome. What is this going on?
Hold on, let me catch up on the chat. I was going to run through that real quick.
Okay, go for it. All
right, so
I got some questions.
Because I wanted to start with Hip Hop Food Spot when we came back from the break. He must have been listening, so he says, "Teacher Preacher got bars, son. Got bars." Yes. And then
I love how they're hard. I love how they're hard bars, very serious to the point bars, but then it always has that reflection. You know what I mean? They come to truth, come to balance. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. A teacher. We got to tie in the lesson.
You got to complete the lesson, right?
That's right. That's right. Yep. He says Deuce was in the Sir Mix-a-Lot. I was, bro. What's wrong with Sir Mix-a-Lot, bro?
Nothing.
Posse up. And he says Posse overall way. That beat is so hard, though.
That is so hard.
Can't even, don't front. That beat is hard.
Hey, don't front. Everybody was in the Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Thank you.
That's definitely the kind of radio. That's definitely kind of hip hop we had. Because Zoo 98 was a rock station, but they were trying to be the more of the alternative, the new garage band rock back then. You know what I'm saying? So when they did the late night hip hop stuff, it was kind of like the after hours. That was the birth of it all. And then 92.3 came along, and the guy that really blew that up, Broadway Joe, he's from my hometown. I graduated with his son, so I knew him real well. And the guy that runs the drive time now and runs the station, he's from my hometown. I grew up with him too. So I've always had that. Jacksonville was kind of like the center of hip hop. If there was one, it was Jacksonville in Arkansas.
Okay.
The north side.
Hip Hop Food Spot got a cool story right here. He says he was vinyl shopping today with his 12-year-old for about 2 hours. Such a dope experience.
Yo,
dang. That's hip hop.
Vinyl's trying to make a comeback, ain't it?
Right.
It is. It is.
Yeah. I've actually started a little collection myself. It got me a little record player down here in the studio. So yeah,
gotta keep it big,
vinyl got a cool sound to it. If you really grew up listening to it,
it takes you back to when you feel like you're a kid again listening to it, like you really do. See, I listen to so much vinyl.
Well, vinyl's still an analog sound, and people don't realize no matter how much high quality the quality gets in music today, when it's digital, it's still sampling. So you're missing the full dynamic of that sound. That's why they keep raising the sample rate, trying to get more and more of that sound. But the analog sound, you actually getting a wave, a full wave, not just a piece of that wave, the whole wave. So there's actually a scientific reason why it sounds different or feels different. Because you can't really decipher the sound. Like if I say, hey, what's different here? You ain't gonna be able to. Now, somebody, a trained engineer, could probably tell, hey, that's analog sound, that's digital. But there's a feeling you get when you get in the whole wave cycle. So yeah, it's a good thing to have.
We are getting a college level course, a graduate level course right here, guys.
But it's real.
Awesome information, man.
There's physics. It's physics, bro. It's like it's the way energy is dispersed, man. You know what I mean?
Yep. They're
neither created or destroyed.
Yeah,
just passed along.
Majory. That's what Pharrell's always talking about, the code. Like some dudes just got to figure it out. You know, they got the code figured out because it all that matters. All that stuff matters. Yep. Have you heard Voices of Fire, Teacher Preacher? Have you heard Voices of Fire, Joy?
No, I haven't.
You care if I share this song with you?
You say Joy. You talk about Joy that's with from back in the days of Dungeon Family and stuff? Or what you talking? Oh, okay.
No, this is a new song, Voices of Fire. It's like a choir. It's like it's with Pharrell. I want to share this with you because it's a beautiful
we'll get back to the chat after the song, guys.
You can go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna read this from Jeff. Jeff is dropping the knowledge right here. There was a rapper in the UK in the 90s called Rolf Harris. Okay? But he went by DJ. Was that Toucher? He was Ace. Good times. Okay. Hey, appreciate that, Jeff. Love that. And then Hip Hop Food Spot back in the day, he said, glad that he respects the history. Absolutely. That's Teacher Preacher, man.
Well, I think that's why he's good at what he does. He makes great music. And you don't make great music without being in touch with there's influence in that. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't just trip upon just making stuff. It doesn't happen that way. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen.
Yeah, you gotta respect the history, man. I got these books I keep in the studio just for inspiration that I show people when they come. But I'm gonna just share it with y'all. Like this right here. Can you see that? It's called the Rap Yearbook.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it goes through like a lot of the history of hip hop, but it does it in kind of a comic book way. It's actually super dope book. Like it's got every like 89 Fight the Power, 90 Beneath the Apple Bomb. You know what I mean? It goes through like, but you know what I mean? This cool stuff I like to show the young dudes when they're in here. And check this. This is a book. It's a bunch of hip hop album covers recreated with Marvel characters.
Oh, that's sick.
Like, dude, it's got some really cool stuff in here. But this kind of stuff, like, all right, I don't know if you can see that one right there, but that's that Goody Mob cover.
It's Goody Mob, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Still standing.
No dance, no more.
But it's got the Guardian of the Galaxies in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's cool stuff for inspiration. You know what I mean? When you hang it in the studio and, you know, going back through the crates and trying to get some creative ideas. So, yeah, I'm definitely into the history of hip-hop.
Well, here's new history right here with Joy Unspeakable featuring Pharrell Williams and Voices of Fire.
Who knows?
Dude, that thing is so church, dude. That thing is so church, dude.
That Pharrell put that together?
Yeah.
Okay. I can dig that.
Yeah, that is sick. That is so sick.
Yeah, Pharrell is crazy. Pharrell goes crazy. And on multiple genres of music as well. I remember he did songs with Daft Punk, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, like I got 4 kids, so I watch a lot of kids movies. But his work on Despicable Me, on that Despicable Me stuff, dude, that was like Like if you can make music that'll appeal to any art with any crowd, like you're something special, man. Something
My
special.
boss at work, she don't even English is not even her first language, and that's like her song. That's her jam. Cause I'm happy. She actually put me on to that song because I hadn't even heard it yet.
That was a huge song.
Yeah.
So, Teacher Preacher, I know you're a working man, so you're on that phone all the time, coordinating jobs and all that kind of stuff. But when you jump in the car and you get a chance to listen to some music and ride out, what's on the playlist, man? What's on the playlist?
I definitely got people in the crew. So Boondock Kings, I'm definitely bumping them. But to be honest, man, I spend a lot of time in the car on quiet. You know what I mean? Like, you think about when you're real busy, sometimes that's the only moment you can get a little quiet time to yourself. But my custom playlist, honestly, I still got a bunch of the older stuff on there. You know what I mean? Like, it's just my comfort music. You know what I mean? I still got UGK Ryan Dirty. I'm still got that in rotation. Goody Mob, Still Standing, Soul Food, both of those still in rotation. I like some of the newer stuff, but to be honest, a lot of popular stuff now, I don't really relate to. I'm not going to parties popping pills and getting messed up.
No, we're not.
That ain't really my style. You know what I mean?
Old man in the club syndrome.
Yeah. So
every song we get submitted to us that has something about popping perks, I ask every one of them to stop popping perks. Please stop popping perks.
Yeah.
Can't co-sign that, man. Because we know that does to people. That's like our era of co-signing doing crack. Come on, bro. We know what it's gonna do to you.
Right.
You can't promote.
No. Yeah, can't promote that.
And there's not very many artists that have made it and gone all the way to the top and really got to the point where they might have been selling rocks, but they got to the point where they're ashamed of that part of their life. You know what I mean? They're not proud of that part of their life.
Man, there's a huge artist. There's a huge artist. I ain't gonna say their name, but a lot of their stuff they talk about popping pills, doing drugs, and get messed up. They make dope stuff. But I heard them in an interview. Was like, nah, I don't do all that. I exaggerate it for the music, and I'm like, yo, well, hold on. I'm like,
you promote this to the kids.
I lost all respect. Like, you never gonna hear me listen to that person again, because it's like you just causing damage at this point for no reason, just for financial gain. And I'm like, I can't respect that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel you.
Hey, Dre in a new song said, he said, this hip hop shit sell better than the Coke did, right? And it is. It's more lucrative to sell records than it is to sell dope. So I like that it's like that. I like that it's like that, not the other way around. You know what I'm saying?
And I tell you what else I'm bumping right now. My homeboy, dude that produced that Hustle song, Focus, he formed a super group with Dim Joints and I can't remember the other dude's name. I apologize. But it's called Read the PDF, and they got a song called Bye. Yo, it's a super dope song. They doing a whole little project, and I'm talking about these like heavyweights in the game, and they came together, and it's a lot of energy, a lot of fun. It flips the flow. I've been bumping that a lot lately.
Yeah, I'll be a bit. That's what's up, bro. Sure.
But yeah, their little group is called. Their group is called Read the PDF.
Read the PDF.
Okay.
I'm writing these down, right, by the way.
Yes, give us something while they were in the background. Definitely.
Yeah, so you were saying earlier a DJ that I needed to hook up with. You said, I forget his name. I started to write it down. I just wrote down DJ. That's all I got. You said there was a DJ that I needed to hook up with. Somebody that you work with.
I don't remember.
Shit, I knew actually. I lost some track though. It's all right though. So what? One more question I got for you is like, gave us the hip hop memories. Like if you're gonna pick a top 3, top 4, top 5, who would be your top 5 or top 3?
Oh.
Like who to you? Now, this is all subjective. We ain't mad at nothing. Like mine's
no. It's all good. I gotta put myself in there just because if you don't think you're the best, who's going to? Andre 3000, Scarface, Pimp C. Let's throw 8 Ball in there.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm biased. I ain't gonna lie, I'm biased with my artists because I'm not set off by like the super dope MC with all the metaphors and all the funky wordplay. I dig the artist that's like talk to me like what I mean. My uncle talking to me in the street, but you got a southern swing with a draw to it, and you make it sound cool. You know what I mean? I'm partial to that. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm saying like even like a Pimp C who's not like a super lyrical rapper, but I'm bumping Pimp C everything. You feel me?
It's the vibe. It's the
vibe. Right.
Yeah, it's the vibe. Yeah, I'm a big UGK fan. Oh
yeah, definitely.
That's why we recorded probably 2 hours worth of letting Deuce his first reaction to it. That content will come out one of these days. So we do a lot of little recording like that because like he'll share his stuff with me and get kind of my natural reaction to the first time I've heard it, and then he'll do his. But there's a lot of stuff that's just kind of hidden. Like he didn't know he wasn't real hip on 8 Ball MJG until they kind of until they met up with he knows like the P Diddy era. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, see, that ain't even the real 8 Ball MJG to me.
Thank you.
I bet.
Go back to Coming Out Hard. That's I tell you another dope group that I don't know if you on yet, but the Dirty Boys out of Alabama.
Okay.
If you ain't on them, them boys, yeah, they real dope too. They been around for a minute, but they on that song I'm releasing too with Pastor Troy. It's gonna be I think I told you about that, Skelly. It's a remix to one of my songs. Got Pastor Troy, Dirty Boys, Bubba Sparks, and the Boondock Kings on there.
I didn't know if I could ask about it or not, so I didn't want to put you on the spot.
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. What up, Sovereign Nature? Happy Sunday. Appreciate you being here. It is 12:09 here. It's 1:09 on the East Coast for Teacher Preacher. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Appreciate you, Teacher Preacher. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And thank you for what you was dropping,
man. It's an honor. It's an honor to be here.
Man, I appreciate it, man. It's an honor to get a chance to talk to you and get to experience. It's just kind of be a little fly on the wall, the experiences you've had and the opportunities you had, and there's going to be so many more coming your way. I just have a feeling about it because I don't think people don't get out and get around like this. I know you got another interview coming up, right? Like you got an interview coming up, what, Wednesday or Thursday?
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, I actually had one earlier today too. So it's been about it's been about a 4 or 5 hour run for me.
Oh damn! You've been grinding. So where was you at earlier? We'll make mention of that too. Where was you at earlier? What interview was that?
That was 2111 Radio. I don't know if you rock with them or not.
I've heard of them. Yeah, Smokey Joe sent me some stuff on them before. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think he's been on there once, and I've seen Cujo on there a couple times with Crisis and stuff like that too.
Yep. Super cool dude.
21. Yeah, shout out to 2111, and you got another one coming up this week. I think I saw maybe he's playing it later this week or something.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe that's what it is.
I thought I saw something on Instagram about it, but man, I really appreciate you coming through, and look forward to keep working with you in the future, man. And If you ever need anything, let us know. If you ever need to stop by, start the trip about round promoting stuff, we're here for you. And,
okay.
That's what we're here for, man.
Brother. Just let us know, man. We would love to hear your perspective on a lot of these hip hop topics, man.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, no, definitely, man. I enjoyed it, and definitely consider y'all friends now. You know what I mean? So
right,
yeah,
we'll definitely be in touch.
Yeah, we gotta get the Boondocks. We gotta get the Boondock brand on here. Get the whole clan on here. It'd be tight to get the whole screen filled up with boxes. You know what I mean? Let everybody chop it up.
Yeah, you get more than 2 or 3 of us together, it's gonna get a little crazy.
Hey,
the boys are a little more. They're a little wilder than I am. I'm the calm one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm the voice of reason in the group. They get a little crazy.
Hey, I'll just mute my mic and sit back and enjoy the show.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
I just had in the chat while y'all go at it.
Man, that's what we want here. Man, this is we provide the platform, but man, we want it for y'all. We want this platform to be for y'all. This channel is not monetized. We can monetize it. We ain't monetizing it because we want it to be for y'all. Like, it ain't for us to make money off of this. We're building relationships. We're networking. God has a plan for us. It's a big vision. It's about the culture. That's what we want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I consider this show kind of like, remember the experiences of going back and going to the store with your friends to buy that CD because it just came out, or that tape because it just came out. And you get back in the car and you pop it in the deck, and that experience you had, like listening to something new with your partners, that's what we're doing. We're bringing that to digital era right here, where we get to experience new music with each other and get to see people's natural reactions like we got to do back in the day. That's what this is.
That's awesome. Man, you remember when you used to go buy them tapes? They had that big old long plastic thing attached to them.
Security thing.
You had to go get them to take it.
Stuffing the thing down your leg.
And they got that special key. They got to pop it off, or if you broke it off. And if your homies had sticky fingers, they be in the corner like trying not to let it pop.
You can push it forward with the heel of your hand and pop it off like that. No, I ain't telling all the truth.
I know. Well, they don't use that no more.
No, the UCDs is when the 5 fingers came out, when they went to those UCDs.
True to that.
Yeah.
Did y'all have Hastings out there?
Y'all
didn't have Hastings. Deuce didn't have Hastings out there either.
Nah. A record store? Is that a record store?
Yeah. It was like a movie rental place and type of.
Music we had I think ours was CD World, where they sell used CDs and all that stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate y'all coming through.
Man.
All right.
Well, I appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate you, teacher preacher. Thank you, man.
Hey, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Rock that bell so you're notified anytime we go live. Have these fresh content releases. Have these great artists come by here and get to share with us. And we appreciate all y'all being here. Peace out.